Everyone. It's been about a month since I made a video. Life's been pretty busy. Me and my boyfriend are in the middle of a home renovation, and it's been very busy at work, and I'm in the early stages of moving, and yada yada yada. But I mainly wanted to make a video because because of an incident that happened at work the other day that not only pissed off some of my coworkers, but it was also kind of creepy. Um, what happened was, and this video is about the Mandela Effect essentially. I haven't made a video on it yet, other than that little clip that I have that is a Mandela Effect example, um, which hasn't really gotten like a whole lot of views, but I wanted to put it up there because it was kind of funny as well as it was kind of weird. So with that aside, what ended up happening was there was this lady that came in and she wanted to do a cake order, the Avengers theme, and so she picked one out of the book. And to make a long story short, the picture that she had selected, the cake design, ended up completely disappearing. Like it was nowhere to be found in the book, even though both me and her were looking right at it yesterday. The only one that was found was one that was like somewhat similar, but it was entirely different color. It was blue, and the one that she selected was red. And I know that some of you will say, well, maybe somebody took it out, or it got lost, or it got discontinued. Well, I made sure to ask both of the managers if it had been discontinued within, between that day and yesterday. And they looked through the computer. It was nowhere to be found. It's like it never existed. And, not only did it make me look kind of cuckoo, but also, like, I don't know. It just, like, it really pissed off the cake decorator. I mean, she forgave me and, and everything. Like, she called the lady and pretty much told her what happened, and the lady was just fine with it. She was really patient, really polite, and she was completely okay with it. As long as it was an Avengers theme, she was happy because that's what her son wanted. It was an Avengers theme birthday party. And I don't know, it really got to me for some reason, and then there were two other things that followed that. One of my coworkers, we were talking about kids and stuff, and she told me that she had wanted to have kids, but shortly after she and her husband had gotten a divorce, sadly she ended up getting ovarian cancer, had to get a hysterectomy and all that stuff. And I swear she told me that she had a son, and that really creeped me out. Because I swear I remember us having a conversation and she had just mentioned her son for whatever reason. And it was just kind of weird. And like, I felt sad for her. And then I was thinking, well, like, remember she mentioned she had a son? I don't know. It was just weird. And then I noticed that apparently I have pink geraniums now. I've only had red. I've only had red for since I've had geraniums living in this apartment. They've all been red. I haven't had any white. I haven't had any pink. Like they've all been red. And I noticed that there were some pink ones growing, and I don't know, something random is gonna pop up in my garden or what have you. But it wouldn't all be all that bad if something popped up in my garden. The animals completely fucked up my garden this year, so it's whatever. But I just found it kind of strange. So I don't know if the new moon is like bringing on some of this crazy stuff or whatever. But for those of like I meant to mention this earlier in the video, but for those of you who don't know what the Mandela Effect is, it was first established when this lady Fiona Brum noticed that Nelson Mandela had died in, I think it was 2013 or something. but she clearly remembered him dying of dysentery in jail back in the 80s. And apparently, a lot of other people had remembered that too. And then it just kind of became a thing from there, and people noticed that different logos were changing. Like the Ford has a little squiggle on it now when it didn't before. And Kit Kat, used to have a dash. And there are tons of other examples of the Mandela effect. Mickey Mouse used to have suspenders, and now he just has underwear or something. So there are a lot of different things, but I think that you know those moments that when the Mandela effect get really really real are when it happens in your personal life, like like these things that I just mentioned. That's when it really hits home, and that's when you really start to notice that something strange is going on. Whether we're passing through parallel realities or whether somebody's messing with the space-time continuum like CERN. A lot of people are blaming it on experiments that CERN's doing. I mean, there are tons of theories out there, but one of the theories out there is that supposedly we had all died in 2012, and now we're in a completely different reality where nothing happened. That I don't know if I believe that, but at this point, just about anything's possible if you ask me. So I just wanted to make a short video about that, and if any of you have different odd experiences like that, post it in the comments below. I'd love to hear them, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.